Okay, we're starting this module straight up in the Power Editor, and what I'm going to do is show you how to set up your very first campaign and ad set. So straight away we make sure we're on the Manage Ads tab, we hit Campaigns, and then simply create a campaign. Now, when I'm creating the campaign name, I'll show you the structure that I use. This is just a suggestion, there's no right or wrong way to do it, but this is the way that I find most effective. So first of all, what I'll do is I'll enter my name or my client's name depending on who the campaign is for. Second, I will include the name of the app. So for this example, let's pretend we're doing an app called Weightlifter. And then at the very end, I'll put what the main objective of the campaign is. So we'll put app installs. Okay, we'll leave auction, and finally, we'll choose mobile app installs. Make sure you don't choose desktop app installs, obviously. Hit create, and we've got a campaign straight away. So now we go to our ad sets tab. We want to create a new ad set, and we'll just choose our weightlifter campaign. So choose a campaign. We've chose to use an existing. We're using our weightlifter ad campaign. And now we need to name our ad set. And again, this is the structure that I like to use. So first of all, I'll put the date range. So if I'm using a campaign where I'm going to set a scheduled start and end date, I'll put that. If I'm not going to do that, if I'm just going to leave it indefinitely, I will simply put just something to say like ongoing or something at the start. So for this one, we'll say May 1 to 10 as our date range. The next thing I'll enter here is the budget. So if it's a daily budget, I'll put the amount per day. If it's a total budget, I'll put the total. So for this one, let's say, for example, we'll do, for this ad set, $5 a day. Okay. Now, next up, we want to put our locations. So I will say AU, US, Canada, and UK. And after locations, gender, so we'll say male for this particular ad set. Age, so we'll say 18 to 24. And after that, I'll put any other targeting info. So maybe interested in weight lifting. Now, you don't have to put all of your detailed targeting info there. Basically, what I do is just put something that will remind me so I can look at the ad set and know what I was trying to target roughly with that ad set. And last of all, I'll put my optimization type. So we'll learn more about that a little bit later on, but I'm going to put OCPM, or pay per 1,000 impressions. Now we hit create, and we've got our ad set. Okay, so all you need to do now is choose your app from the drop-down box, and then you've completed the basic setup of your first campaign and ad set. Obviously, there's a lot more to go in completing all the details for this particular ad set before you're ready to run your campaign, and we're going to cover that in the upcoming videos. Now, when it comes to the naming structure of the campaign and ad set, I've included my recommended structure that I just showed you in the cheat sheet that sits alongside this module. So if you're interested in using that structure, make sure you download the cheat sheet and have a look, and it's all there for you. You'll be ready to go. Now we're moving on to our budget and schedule. So this is where we select our budget, and we can either choose a daily budget or a lifetime budget. If you choose a daily budget, Facebook will never spend over that amount on ads in a given day. And if you choose a lifetime budget, Facebook's algorithm will try to even out your spend across the lifetime of your campaign, so it's as even as possible. So let's say you look at you say you want to run a 4-day campaign and you want to spend a total of $200. The algorithm will try and spend roughly $50 a day to even that spending out across the lifetime of your ad campaign. Next up, we want to set a start and an end date. Now, for a lifetime budget, you must have both a start and an end date. But if you choose a daily budget, you don't have to put in an end date. You can just set your start date, let it run on a daily budget, and you can end the campaign manually whenever you're ready. And the other thing we need to do in this section is decide if we only want to run ads at certain times or if we want to run them at any time during the day. Now I'm going to duck over to Power Editor and show you exactly how we set this up. And here we are back in the Power Editor. We can see we've got our ad set here. Now, budget and schedule. So here's where we choose our lifetime or our per day. So for this example, we're going to choose a per day. And we're going to say $10. Because I'm in Australia, obviously it defaults to Australian dollars. And we'll leave the scheduled start date as today, just for the sake of the example. Now, you can see here we've got the choice. We can either not schedule an end date or run it as an ongoing, or we can end the run on a particular date. So we might choose a week from now. And here's our scheduling option. So if we hit more options, you can see here that we don't actually have the option to run ads on a schedule, because what we need to do is change to a lifetime budget. So you can only schedule ads for specific times during the day if you're on a lifetime budget. So see, now we've got the option enabled, and we can say, okay, I only want to run my ads between 6 p.m. and let's say 10 p.m. every day of the week. And that's how we do it. You can get really granular if you'd like. You can run it on at that time on a Monday, that time on a Wednesday, that time on a Sunday. You get the picture. But like I said, for this example, and I'd recommend just to get started, $5 to $10 a day. We'll leave it as ongoing and we'll run them all the time. So that's our basic budget and scheduling, and that's how I'd recommend running your first ad set and first campaign.